Hi Scorpio, this is your September 5th through September 11th weekly tarot reading. I do 5 separate spreads in my weekly readings. We'll have a spread on new love, a separate spread on love in an existing relationship or marriage. I'll do an X spread. We'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances, and we'll see what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is a new love this week. We have the Moon clarified by the Nine of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups clarified by the Ace of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune. In the potential outcome, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Hierophant and Death, and we also have the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fellow water sign, Cancer, another Scorpio, or Pisces. We also have Taurus on the table, but you could be dealing with any zodiac sign. Whoever this person is, whatever their zodiac sign is, they're very, very loving and serious. Grounded, right? We start off with the Moon clarified by the Nine of Wands. So yeah, I think that's you, Scorpio. Perhaps you just recently got out of a bad relationship, you don't trust people, or perhaps your first impression, your initial impression of this person is like, I don't know if I want to do anything with this person, if I want to get anything going with this person, right? Because the Nine of Wands is a card of a wounded warrior. It's also a card of somebody who is suspicious, somebody who doesn't trust anybody or that particular person. This is a card of somebody who puts up a wall between themselves and the person or people they're dealing with. The Moon could be a Pisces you're dealing with, or it could have been Pisces you're dealing with, right? The Moon is one of the most emotional cards in the deck, and it often comes through as a card of fear. It's a card of something unknown, so a fear of unknown. And together with the Nine of Wands, yes, you are on defense when it comes to this person initially, or you're on defense in general because of what happened to you in the past. The good news is that this person will melt your heart. They will restore your faith in love. They will restore your faith in people. Because they're coming in as the Knight of Cups clarified by the Ace of Cups. This is like the ultimate love offer. Because both the Knight and the Ace of Cups are genuine, authentic love offers. The Knight of Cups is the most romantic knight out of all 4 knights. It could be a fellow water sign, Cancer, another Scorpio, or Pisces, by the way. But yeah, expect a lot of love coming from this person. Lots and lots of love. All kinds of gestures, flowers, walks in the park, romantic something, taking you out to dinner, giving you a lot of compliments. This person feels very patient. There is no fast-moving energy here whatsoever. Well, the Wheel of Fortune is kind of speedy, but together with all the other cards, this person will, they know they need to be patient with you, and that's what they're prepared to be, right? The Wheel of Fortune is eventually deciding to give this person a chance, because the Wheel of Fortune is the start of a new cycle card. It's a major arcana card. The word fortune is there for a reason. And the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck all the way to your right is a card of a wish come true. It's also a card of personal satisfaction and fulfillment. So yeah, eventually, you will warm up to this person, or you will warm up in general, and you will realize that yes, this person means business. They're the real deal. They're actually your wish come true, and you're going to be satisfied with the way things are unfolding, things are moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, in the potential outcome, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Hierophant and Death. Death is your major arcana card, Scorpio, unless you're dealing with another Scorpio. And it's always a good sign to have your major arcana card in your own reading. That means you're the one in charge, and you're the center of attention, and everything pretty much revolves around you and what you want, or this person is going to be very attentive to you, right? The Ace of Pentacles is a card of a proposal. I gotta be honest with you, it's one of the 2 aces. It's the second ace. It often comes through as a proposal or an offer to take it to the next level, whatever that level is going to be for you. This ace always comes from somebody who is ready to settle down, ready to start a family, ready to get serious. So we have this progression from the Ace of Cups to the Ace of Pentacles, right? And the Hierophant in the middle could be a Taurus you're dealing with, or the Hierophant is a card of something traditional like a committed relationship or marriage. It's also a very spiritual card, so you're going to be connecting with this person on multiple levels. So yeah, this looks very promising. Scorpio. I'm not even going to bother with the extended for you because that would be a waste of time. Yeah, so we start off with the moon and the 901's energy. It will play out differently for all of you depending on your particular situation. But then this person will melt your heart. They will show you, prove you that they love you. They're a good person. They've got good intentions, right? So yeah, they will nurture you through love, basically. And then they'll marry you at some point in the future, because I think it's marriage, or you're definitely committing to each other with the Ace of Pentacles and the Hierophant, right? Those are some serious cards, So yep, no extended for you, Scorpio. Really happy for you. Congratulations. Scorpio, if you're already married or if you're in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the Page of Swords, clarified by the Page of Pentacles. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Knight of Swords, clarified by the High Priestess. And we also have the Empress on the bottom of the deck. There is a few ways to interpret this spread, Scorpio, but I'll focus on the most obvious one, the one that speaks to me the most, right? The Empress is a mother figure or grandmother figure or aunt. And the two pages we have on the left are children, There's no other way, really interpret this. Well, like I said, there is, but this is the most obvious one. And that's what we're going to be talking about. And there isn't really much to talk about either way. There is some kind of a travel coming up for you. And perhaps for some of you, it's unexpected. Or perhaps your kids are going to be back in town. If they're all grown up and left the nest a while ago, they could be all of a sudden showing back up, or at least one of them is. Or you could be going on a trip together with your kids, or some of them, or one of them could be your kid, and then you also have your nieces and your other, your neighbor's kids. I don't know, your friends' kids. There's definitely some kind of travel or trip coming up. The Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Swords are travel cards in this case, right? The Knight of Swords is the fastest knight out of all 4 knights. The thing about that Knight of Swords, it's clarified by the High Priestess. The High Priestess is either you're not aware of this as of right now, right? Or the High Priestess is a card of intuition. Perhaps your intuition will tell you that you need to go, or your kids' intuition will tell them that they need to visit you, say hello, or something along those lines. Right, so yeah, a mother figure and the kids and travel. All right, cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Scorpio, this week. Keep in mind, it could be somebody from a couple of months ago, a year ago, or a couple of years ago, so it doesn't have to be in the most recent. And also keep in mind, we have 6 planets in retrograde right now. Well, starting this week, right? 6. One of them is Mercury. And that's when more X's than usual tend to resurface. And here's one of them. We have the 9 of Swords clarified by the 8 of Swords. We have the King of Wands. We have the 4 of Pentacles clarified by the 10 of Wands. And we also have the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Yeah, you're dealing with the King of Wands, who could be a fire sign. Right? The Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck is a message from them, a text message, a phone call, or a DM, or what have you. An email or a pigeon with a paper message attached to it. But you're not reacting to them. The only reaction they'll get out of you is silence. Because this person brought nothing but suffering and hurt. And you know that if you were to re-engage with this person, it will be the same shit show all over again. And that's why you're like, no. I don't even see you responding. And I think that's the right approach, right? So yeah, the Page of Wands is a message coming from them. Then on the left we have the 9 of Swords with the 8 of Swords. This is how you felt when the two of you broke up, or how you felt when the two of you were still together. And then after you two broke up, yeah, they brought you suffering, sleepless nights, depression, anxiety, feeling stuck, feeling like you're in prison. Right? And to the right from the King of Wands, this is you not even opening up. The 4 of Pentacles, this is you remaining closed up, not even bothering with them. Because the 10 of Wands is a card of a burden. You know that if you were to answer that text, it'll be tough. And by tough, I mean it's the same crap all over again. And therefore, you're sending them back to the past where they belong. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Scorpio. This week we have the King of Swords clarified by the Page of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords clarified by the 8 of Pentacles. We have Death And we have the Magician on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or any zodiac sign. So yeah, you're dealing with this King of Swords, right? The King of Swords could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or it could be somebody who is a professional, you know, a lawyer, a doctor, a carpenter, anybody, right? Somebody who is educated, somebody who is good at what they do. And there's communication going on between you and them, right? Or some kind of an offer. The King of Swords is clarified by the Page of Pentacles, then we also have the Page of Swords right next to them. The Page of Swords is a message, communication, right? Or they're talking to you about something. It's really hard to pinpoint what exactly is going on. I don't see anything bad or negative. Perhaps this person's got a job for you or a side gig, or it could be if you are a professional, you know, they could be hiring you, or you could be you hiring them to do something for you. And with the Page of Pentacles, this is you paying them for their services. It's not that much. The Page of Pentacles is not that much money. You know, the Magician on the bottom of the deck, it's probably that same person, that same King of Swords. You know, they are the Magician. You know, if they are a lawyer, you know, they could solve your problem. If they're a carpenter, they can also solve your problem. You get the idea, right? This person's got answers to your questions. This person's got solutions, right? The Eight of Pentacles, clarifying the Page of Swords, is a card of work, business, and finances. And Death right next to the deck is your Major Arcana card, okay? Yeah, so there's communication going on between you and this King of Swords. So for whatever reason, this King of Swords is going to be important, or they're going to stand out of the crowd. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen, Scorpio, this week. We have the Queen of Swords, we have the Five of Wands clarified by the Ten of Swords, we have the Two of Swords clarified by Temperance and Death, and we also have the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or a Sagittarius. Yeah, there's some kind of a conflict between you and this Queen of Swords. I don't know how long it's been going on. So for some of you, what you're not expecting is this fight to break out, right? But then I think towards the end of the week, you guys will decide to bury the hatchet, or perhaps you've been fighting with this person, or you had a major fallout, a major fight, and you're no longer on speaking terms. If that's the case, then towards the end of this week, you will still be burying the hatchet with this person. That's what it kind of feels like. Alright, so yeah, the Queen of Swords could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or somebody who's with a very short fuse. Perhaps that's what triggered the fight. Right, the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck, that's you, Scorpio. The Death card right next to the deck is also your card. So it's always a good sign to have your Major Arcana card on the table. Right, so right next to the Queen of Swords, we have the Five of Wands, clarified by the Ten of Swords. The Five of Wands is a card of drama, competition, fight, heated discussion, confrontation, right? But it's clarified by the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords could mean that your connection, whatever the nature of this connection is, came to an abrupt ending as a result of that fight. Or it could mean that you are gonna stop fighting this week. And instead, you're gonna, talk about this and hopefully set your differences aside. The next card I came out is the Two of Swords. The very often forgotten meaning of the Two of Swords is cease fire or armistice. So yes, there's going to be negotiations. Yes, there's going to be peace talks. Temperance, clarifying the Two of Swords. Could be a Sagittarius you're dealing with. Sagittarius could be a middleman or a middle woman trying to bring the two of you back together, or make you talk about peace. Temperance is also a card of healing, burying the hatchet, reconnecting, getting back together. Death is your Major Arcana card, as already pointed out. So since you have your Major Arcana card here, I think you have the upper hand. However that translates into this kind of situation. All right, so yeah, what you're not expecting is to either start fighting with this Queen of Swords and then end the fight, or if you've been fighting with this person for a while, this week you guys are going to have a conversation and hopefully set your differences aside and reconnect. Alright, so yeah, that's what you're not expecting, and that's what I have for you, Scorpio, for this reading, for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Scorpio, have an amazing week.